Hello and welcome to the 2018 Ohio CFA Research Challenge Kickoff event. My name is Matt Young and I am the Research Challenge Coordinator for the CFA Society in Cincinnati, and I will be your host today. My goal today is to get you a bit more familiar with the CFA Society and a lot more familiar with the Research Challenge, including some rules, timelines, tips, and of course, to identify the subject company. So let's get started. First, this competition is jointly hosted by two of the four Ohio CFA societies. There is a Research Challenge Coordinator for each of the host societies, myself in Cincinnati and Megan Wiedrich in Columbus. The industry mentors and faculty advisors have each of our personal contact information. However, we are aiming to centralize communication from a single email address, which is at the bottom of this slide, ohiocfarc@gmail.com. So you know this event is being put on by the CFA Society, but what exactly is a CFA Society? Officially, CFA Institute is the global association of investment professionals that sets the standard for professional excellence and credentials, end quote. There are more than 142,000 CFA charter holders in about 159 countries around the world. That's a lot of people. The way it was originally explained to me is that if you're an accountant, the initials you want are CPA, a Certified Public Accountant. If you're in finance or investments, you want the CFA. It is the credential you want in our industry. If you're working in valuation, investment management, portfolio management, financial analysis, or numerous other areas, this, in my opinion, is a credential that opens many doors for you. I can tell you firsthand, it has certainly opened doors for me already. Okay, so let's move on to the research challenge itself. As you may have heard, this is a worldwide stock analysis competition. Each university team is comprised of 3 to 5 students. This competition promotes research best practices, report writing, and presentation skills. All teams will analyze the same public company, which we'll unveil later on in the presentation here. Each team will have a faculty advisor and an industry mentor to help guide and encourage the participants. The industry mentor is a local investment professional who is most likely very familiar with reading stock research reports. The research challenge promotes how to conduct research ethically, how to analyze the relevant data and develop a recommendation, and also how to present and defend that recommendation in a professional manner. One of the benefits of participation in the CFA Institute Research Challenge is public recognition. There is great potential to generate awareness when a team wins locally, regionally, and/or globally. Other great benefits include, learning best practices in research report writing and presentation skills from a professional mentor, access to a network of top industry professionals, as well as really concrete experience and an example of your work to provide potential employers down the road. This is a great experience to list on a resume, and certainly one that I look for when we are recruiting candidates for open positions. As you can see on this slide, the competition has been growing over the past few years. These are just the last 3 years, but you can see even the number of students going from 4,000 to 4,250 to over 5,000 students last year. You can see it's certainly growing in numbers, and I'd venture to say, growing in recognition as well. The winner of the local competition will advance to the regional competition. This year, the regional finals are being held in Boston in late March. The global final location has yet to be set, but will be towards the end of April. so plan accordingly. Barna Business School in the Dominican Republic won the global competition last year. A really great resource for you as students to help you appear on this slide next year, fingers crossed, is the written report and the presentation of past global champions. Surf out to the Research Challenge section of the CFA Institute website and you can see the winning reports from past years. The Research Challenge makes me think of an old proverb, tell me and I'll forget, show me and I may remember, involve me and I'll understand. You get the idea here. It's if you can teach something, you're actually an expert at it. Talk to your professors, your faculty members on that from that standpoint. But this really does speak to the purpose of the Research Challenge. You really have to roll up your sleeves and dig into the company. This is the best way to prepare for an investment management job because that is what the job actually is on all fronts. These are the teams that will be competing in the local challenge, and here are the industry mentors assigned to those teams. Your faculty advisor has the contact information for your team's mentor. Please let us know if you are struggling to find a counterpart to complete your team, and please reach out to us directly to help find that person. All right, here is the timeline. So a lot of information here, so make sure you understand all of these dates. Over the next few weeks, you should begin researching the subject company, which will be revealed here soon. You should come to the company presentation with a solid understanding of the company and a list of questions. The company presentation will be followed by Q&A, and this is really the best time to get answers to those questions. Also, you must register for the competition via the CFA Institute website by October 16th. Again, you must register by October 16th, aka 2 weeks from today. The first draft of the report is due November 20th. Keep in mind, this is the Monday before Thanksgiving. The report will be emailed to our main email address, which is at the bottom of the slides here. The final reports are due January 8th. Again, report submission will be via email. All teams will submit written reports. The 4 teams scoring the highest on the reports will move on to the local finals, which is an oral presentation in front of a panel of judges, which typically is a panel of investment professionals in the industry. I'm certainly not going to read this entire slide to you, but these are some of the highlights that we decided to lift from the rules, the long rule book itself. I would encourage all of you to read through the rules on the CFA Institute website and certainly let you study them on your own time. As students, you will have access to 2 experts who will help you develop your research skills, analytical models, and recommendation determination. Keep in mind, students, you have a limited amount of time with each of these individuals, so certainly make the most of that time. Plan ahead and be well prepared. Teams that move on to the local finals will be allowed an additional 3 hours with their faculty advisor and 2 additional hours with the industry mentor. Ethics are an integral part of this competition. We expect all participants to abide by the CFA Institute Code of Ethics and Standards of Professional Conduct. Here are some interactive resources available to help get you acquainted with the code and standards. These are available on the CFA website. The rules contain all of the report requirements. The report is a maximum of 10 pages. Appendices are now limited to 20 pages, so please take note of this rule change from prior years. Certain information must be included in the report, so again, the rules are there to guide you. Okay, everyone, this is an important slide, so if I have put you to sleep by now, please, please, please pay attention. This is the scoring matrix for the written reports. This is where you will earn and lose points. Look at the section names/titles. One of the key pieces of feedback from prior graders was this. Use this section as headings in your report. Look at the winning reports from prior years. They all did this. It makes it very difficult for graders if they are unable to identify supporting text and/or formulas for each of these sections. Make it as easy as possible on them, the grader, to give you all the points you deserve. Similar comments here on the presentation scoring sheet, but is not nearly as structured. There is more of a focus on soft skills and the interaction amongst the team. And now, finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the unveiling of the subject company. Grief has agreed to be our subject company for this year's challenge. Grief, which is located in Delaware, Ohio, just north of Columbus, yes, I had to Google Delaware, Ohio as well, is a producer of industrial packaging products and services. Their website has a wealth of information that should help prepare you with questions for the upcoming company presentation. The company presentation will be on November 2nd at 4 p.m. in the afternoon at the Grief headquarters in Delaware. More details will be communicated once we get a little closer to the event itself. The rules allow for a limited amount of interaction with the subject company. It is limited to the session on November 2nd and one follow-up email per team. Details on the follow-up email will be communicated later. During company interactions, only the students are allowed to ask questions. Students may not interview middle management nor other employees of the company. Students may interview and survey suppliers, customers, vendors, competitors, etc. as a normal course of research. Students are also permitted to interact with the company as a customer. So where do you go from here? First, go to the Research Challenge website. Grab a copy of those rules, print it out, save it to your phone, however is most convenient for you to access them. After that, register for the competition. You'll need the link on this slide to do that. Surf through the website. Look at the reports and presentations prior winners have created. Finally, have fun. And remember that while the competition has a finite timeline, the experiences and relationships you take away from this can have a long-term potential impact to last your entire career. In case you did not pick up on this, you must register by October 16th. And here is that link again for your convenience. Thank you all again for joining me today. And if you have any questions, please email us at ohiocfarc@gmail.com. Enjoy the rest of your evening.